Did you know that over 5 million people in Texas have nowhere to call home? That's right. 5 million mothers, fathers, children, and seniors living without a roof over their heads, struggling to survive in a state that's supposed to be booming with wealth and opportunity. Imagine walking through your city and seeing families sleeping on sidewalks, people huddled in cars, or tents lining the streets. This is not a story from a faraway country. It's happening right now in Texas. What's even more shocking is that many of these people are working full-time jobs, paying taxes, and still unable to afford a simple apartment. Others are fleeing domestic violence or grappling with mental health struggles with nowhere to turn. The crisis is massive, but is rarely discussed in the headlines. Why are so many Texans ending up homeless despite living in one of the richest states in the country? In this video, we'll uncover the hidden reasons behind this growing emergency, from skyrocketing housing costs to policy gaps, and show you the human stories behind the statistics. By the end, you'll see that homelessness in Texas isn't just numbers. It's a crisis that could touch any one of us if circumstances change.
Number 1. Drastic increase in fines for speeding. Starting in 2026, Texas is turning the heat up on speeders, and the consequences could shock you. The new laws don't just penalize reckless driving, they make speeding a potentially devastating financial mistake. In certain zones, especially residential areas, school zones, and construction sites, fines for exceeding the speed limit have skyrocketed, and repeat offenders could see penalties climb into the tens of thousands of dollars. That's not an exaggeration. It's a real risk for anyone who underestimates the cost of a few extra miles per hour. Studies show that even small increases in speed drastically raise the severity of accidents. Just 5 miles over the limit can significantly reduce reaction time, and 10 miles over can make the difference between a minor fender bender and a life-changing crash. Law enforcement in Texas is now armed with new radar technology and stricter enforcement protocols, meaning it's easier than ever to get caught, even if you think the road is empty. So how can you stay safe and avoid these massive fines? First, pay attention to posted speed limits, especially in high-risk areas. Use your car's cruise control on highways to maintain a consistent speed, and give yourself extra travel time so you never feel rushed. Even seemingly minor lapses, like speeding through a school zone, can land you with fines that hurt your wallet and your record. The takeaway? Being mindful, patient, and aware on the road is no longer just about safety, it's about protecting your financial future. If this video saved you from a costly mistake, drop a comment below and tell us which law shocked you the most. We put countless hours into these updates, so hit that subscribe button. It's just one click to stay protected and informed.
Number 2. Stricter DUI penalties. Texas is taking a no-nonsense approach to drunk driving in 2026, and the rules just got seriously stricter. For repeat offenders, or even drivers slightly over the legal blood alcohol limit, penalties have been dramatically increased, including fines that can reach tens of thousands of dollars, license suspensions, and even jail time in extreme cases. This isn't just about following the law, it's about protecting lives. Studies consistently show that even small amounts of alcohol can impair reaction time, reduce focus, and drastically increase the likelihood of accidents. What makes these new DUI rules especially alarming is that enforcement is now more sophisticated and widespread. Police officers have access to advanced breathalyzer technology, and roadside checkpoints are being implemented more frequently. That means thinking you can get away with it is no longer an option. A casual night out or a seemingly harmless drink before driving could suddenly turn into a legal nightmare, costing you hundreds of thousands of dollars and your driving privileges. So how can you stay safe and avoid falling into this trap? Plan ahead. Always designate a sober driver, use rideshare apps, or even keep a backup plan like a trusted friend on speed dial. Make it a habit to never underestimate your blood alcohol level, even if you feel fine. Remember, one tiny lapse in judgment isn't just a legal risk, it could change your life in an instant. Texas is sending a clear message. When it comes to DUI, the cost of a mistake is higher than ever. Did this make you rethink your next night out? Comment below with your plan to stay safe on the roads. We'd love to hear your strategies. And don't forget, we put hours into these videos, so subscribe now. It's just one click to stay informed and avoid costly mistakes.
Number 3. New hands-free driving requirements. Starting in 2026, Texas is cracking down on distracted driving like never before. If you're caught holding your phone while driving, texting, scrolling, or even glancing at notifications, the fines are no longer minor. In some cases, a simple slip could cost hundreds or even thousands of dollars, and repeated violations could escalate your penalties dramatically. This isn't just a rule for busy commuters, it's a law designed to save lives and prevent catastrophic accidents. Studies consistently show that drivers using handheld devices are up to 4 times more likely to crash, even on familiar roads. What makes this law particularly strict is that enforcement is getting smarter. Police officers now have better technology to detect handheld phone use, and cameras may be used in some zones to catch violators. That means even a quick glance at your phone while stopped at a red light could land you in trouble. The risk isn't just financial. Distracted driving slows reaction time, making collisions more severe and accidents more likely. So how do you stay safe and compliant? Go completely hands-free. Use voice commands, Bluetooth systems, or apps that disable notifications while driving. Set your GPS before you start your trip and resist the urge to reach for your phone until you're safely parked. By making hands-free driving a habit, you'll not only avoid hefty fines, but also drastically reduce your risk of accidents. In Texas, even the smallest lapse in attention can have major consequences, both legally and personally. Have you switched to hands-free yet, or are you still holding your phone behind the wheel? Comment below with your strategies for staying safe and compliant. We love hearing your tips. And remember, we put countless hours into these updates, so subscribe now. It's just one click to stay protected on the roads.
Number 4. Tougher penalties for school zones. Texas is making it crystal clear in 2026, school zones are no longer areas to just slow down a little. The fines for speeding or breaking traffic rules near schools and playgrounds have been significantly increased, and repeat offenses can cost thousands of dollars. Lawmakers are sending a strong message. Protecting children comes first, and any lapse in judgment could have serious legal and financial consequences. Even a small misstep, like rolling through a stop sign or exceeding the speed limit by a few miles per hour, could land you with a record and a massive fine. The danger isn't just legal, it's real. Studies show that school zones are high-risk areas, with children often crossing streets unpredictably. Vehicles traveling just a few miles over the limit can turn a routine drop-off into a tragic accident in seconds. Police in Texas are now patrolling these zones more aggressively, using speed cameras and stricter ticketing measures to enforce the law. That means there's no room for error, and thinking, "I'll just be careful," isn't enough. So how can you stay safe and avoid fines? Always slow down before entering school zones, watch for crossing guards, and never assume children will stay on the sidewalk. Plan your route to avoid unnecessary school zone driving when possible, and keep extra attention at all times during school hours. These simple steps aren't just about avoiding fines, they're about protecting lives and staying on the right side of the law. In Texas, even a momentary lapse in focus near a school can cost you more than just money. It could cost a life. Did this section make you rethink your speed around schools? Share your experiences or tips for safe driving in school zones in the comments below. We love learning from you. And don't forget, we pour hours into making these videos, so subscribe now. It's just one click to stay informed and safe.
Number 5. Mandatory insurance verification. Starting in 2026, Texas drivers will face stricter requirements for proving insurance coverage, and failing to comply could lead to hefty fines or even license suspension. Gone are the days when carrying a paper card was enough. Now, drivers must have digital or electronic proof of insurance readily available at all times. Even a small lapse, like forgetting your insurance card or having an expired policy, could trigger penalties that climb into the thousands of dollars. It's a law designed to protect drivers, but it's also one that can catch many people off guard. Why is this such a big deal? Studies show that having up-to-date insurance not only protects you financially in the event of an accident, but also reduces the stress and delays involved in legal and medical processes. Texas is stepping up enforcement, using advanced verification methods to check insurance status during traffic stops and after accidents. That means thinking, "I'll deal with it later," could backfire, leading to unnecessary fines and legal headaches. So, how can you stay on the safe side? Make sure your insurance is always active and easily accessible on your phone, and regularly check your policy for updates or lapses. Consider using official insurance apps that allow instant verification and never drive without coverage. By making this a habit, you'll avoid fines, stay compliant with the law, and protect yourself in case of an accident. Remember, in 2026 Texas, even a momentary oversight could turn a routine drive into a costly mistake. Has this made you double-check your insurance? Drop a comment below telling us how you keep your coverage up to date. Your tips could help someone else avoid a huge fine. And remember, we put hours into creating these updates, so subscribe now. It's just one click to stay informed and protected.
Number 6. Heavier penalties for seatbelt violations. In 2026, Texas is sending a clear message: seatbelts aren't optional. The new laws significantly increase fines for failing to buckle up, and repeat violations can escalate costs into hundreds or even thousands of dollars. What used to be a small warning is now a serious legal issue. Police officers are cracking down, especially in high traffic areas, making it almost impossible to get away with forgetting to click that seatbelt. This isn't just about avoiding a ticket, it's about protecting your life in a split-second accident. Research has repeatedly shown that wearing a seatbelt reduces the risk of fatal injury by over 50%. Even a minor collision can turn deadly without proper restraint. Yet, many drivers still underestimate the danger, thinking it's just a short drive. Texas lawmakers are challenging that mindset. The updated laws aim to make seatbelt compliance non-negotiable, and enforcement officers won't hesitate to issue fines, even for passengers in the back seat. So, how do you stay safe and avoid fines? Make it a habit to buckle up immediately, every single time you get in the car. Remind passengers to do the same, and don't let anyone ride without proper restraint. For parents, ensure child safety seats and boosters are correctly installed. By making seatbelt use automatic, you're not just avoiding hefty fines, you're protecting your life and the lives of those around you. In Texas, even a momentary lapse in seatbelt use could have costly, life-altering consequences. Have you ever forgotten to buckle up and regretted it? Comment below with your seatbelt safety habits. Your story could save someone else. And remember, we pour countless hours into making these videos, so subscribe now. It's just one click to stay informed and protected on the roads.
Number 7. New rules for electric scooters and micromobility. Texas is stepping up its game in 2026 by introducing stricter regulations for electric scooters, e-bikes, and other micromobility devices. What used to feel like a casual, fun way to get around town is now fully subject to the law, and breaking the rules could cost you serious fines. Whether it's riding without a helmet, exceeding speed limits, or using sidewalks where prohibited, authorities are ready to enforce penalties that catch many riders off guard. A small misstep could lead to a ticket that costs hundreds of dollars, or worse, put you in danger of a serious accident. Why the crackdown? Studies show that micromobility accidents are on the rise, especially in urban areas where pedestrian traffic is heavy. Helmets, speed limits, and proper lane use aren't just suggestions, they're critical safety measures designed to protect riders and pedestrians alike. Enforcement is increasing, with police actively monitoring popular scooter routes and intersections, and in some cities, fines for violations have doubled. So how do you stay safe and avoid fines? First, always wear a helmet and ensure your scooter or e-bike is properly maintained. Follow posted speed limits, stick to bike lanes whenever possible, and avoid crowded sidewalks. For parents, supervise younger riders closely and make sure they understand the rules. By treating micromobility devices with the same seriousness as cars, you'll protect yourself, pedestrians, and your wallet. In Texas, even a fun ride can become a costly mistake if you ignore the rules, so stay alert and ride smart. Do you ride scooters or e-bikes around your city? Share your safety tips or experiences in the comments below. Your insight could help someone avoid a huge fine. And remember, we pour hours into researching these updates, so subscribe now. It's just one click to stay informed and protected on Texas roads. Number 8. Automated speed cameras and traffic enforcement. In 2026, Texas is doubling down on traffic enforcement with a major expansion of automated speed cameras in key areas. These aren't the old cameras you could spot and avoid. These are advanced, high-tech systems designed to catch even the smallest infractions. From highways to school zones and construction areas, if you're speeding, even slightly, you could receive a hefty ticket in the mail without ever seeing an officer in person. The fines aren't just minor annoyances anymore. Repeat violations can cost thousands of dollars, and in some extreme cases, lead to points on your license or insurance hikes. Why this matters? Studies consistently show that speed cameras reduce collisions by up to 30%, especially in high-risk zones. But they also make it clear there's no room for error. Even a brief lapse in attention, like hitting the accelerator a few miles over the limit, can trigger a ticket. And with cameras becoming more widespread across Texas, it's no longer just the obvious danger spots. You could be caught anywhere. So how can you stay safe and avoid fines? First, always check your speed, especially in new or unfamiliar areas. Use your vehicle's cruise control on highways, pay attention to posted signs, and be aware of temporary construction zones. Apps that alert drivers of camera locations can help, but don't rely solely on them. Always drive responsibly. By being proactive, you'll protect your wallet and your driving record. In Texas, automated enforcement is serious business, and even one small mistake can cost a fortune. Have you ever been caught by a speed camera or know someone who has? Share your story or tips in the comments below. It could help others avoid a costly ticket. And don't forget, we put countless hours into creating these videos, so subscribe now. It's just one click to stay informed and protected on Texas roads. Number 9. New child safety seat regulations. Texas is taking child safety to a whole new level in 2026, introducing stricter rules for car seats and booster seats. These regulations aren't just minor updates. They are designed to save children's lives, and violations can now result in substantial fines and legal consequences. Parents and caregivers who fail to comply could face tickets that cost hundreds of dollars and, in serious cases, endanger their child's safety. The law now requires children to remain in rear-facing seats longer, use booster seats until a certain age and weight, and follow strict guidelines for seatbelt placement. Why this is so crucial? Studies show that properly restrained children are up to 70% less likely to be seriously injured or killed in car accidents. Yet many parents still make small mistakes, like using the wrong seat for a child's age or improperly securing the harness. Texas law is cracking down, and enforcement officers are now more vigilant than ever at traffic stops and checkpoints. Even a quick drive around the block could trigger a ticket if safety seats aren't correctly installed. So, how do you stay safe and compliant? Always check the manufacturer's instructions for your child's seat, ensure the harness fits snugly, and adjust the seat as your child grows. Consider scheduling professional seat inspections, which many fire stations or local safety programs offer for free.
By taking these steps, you'll avoid fines and protect your child's life, because in Texas, even a small oversight can have life-altering consequences.
Number 10. Heavy penalties for reckless driving and road rage. Texas is making it crystal clear in 2026. Aggressive driving and road rage are no longer just risky, they are extremely costly. The new laws classify reckless driving more strictly, and fines can now reach up to $100,000 in extreme cases. That means tailgating, weaving through traffic, or reacting angrily to another driver could not only endanger lives, but also drain your bank account. Lawmakers are sending a strong message. There's zero tolerance for behavior that puts others at risk, and even one dangerous decision can have life-changing consequences. Why this matters? Studies show that aggressive drivers are significantly more likely to cause serious accidents. Road rage incidents often escalate in seconds, turning routine drives into dangerous situations. Texas authorities are now cracking down on aggressive behaviors with stricter ticketing, surveillance, and legal penalties. Even minor confrontations or speeding in anger can trigger hefty fines and legal action. The stakes have never been higher, and the consequences aren't just financial. They can impact your driving record, insurance rates, and personal safety. So, how can you stay safe and avoid these penalties? The key is staying calm and patient. Leave extra time for your trips to avoid stress. Resist the urge to retaliate if someone cuts you off, and always use signals and safe lane changes. Mindfulness on the road isn't just about safety, it's about protecting yourself from financial disaster and legal trouble. In Texas, one moment of road rage can cost you more than just money. It could change your life forever. Have you ever felt road rage boil up behind the wheel? Share your strategies in the comments below. It could help someone avoid a costly mistake. And remember, we put hours into researching these updates, so subscribe now. It's just one click to stay informed and stay safe on Texas roads. Texas driving laws are changing dramatically in 2026, and the message is clear. One small mistake can cost you thousands, even up to $100,000. From stricter speeding fines and DUI penalties to hands-free driving rules, school zone enforcement, and child safety seat regulations, every law is designed to protect lives while holding drivers accountable. Ignoring these changes isn't just risky, it could be devastating for your wallet, your record, and most importantly, your safety and the safety of others on the road. We've covered 10 crucial updates that every Texas driver needs to know. Each one may seem small on its own, a brief glance at your phone, a slight lapse in speed, or a missing booster seat, but combined, they represent a new era of accountability. These laws aren't meant to scare you, they're meant to make you a smarter, safer, and more responsible driver. By staying informed and practicing simple, practical habits, you can avoid fines, protect your loved ones, and drive confidently in the Lone Star State. Remember, knowledge is power. Staying aware of these changes, following the rules, and implementing the tips we've shared isn't just about avoiding penalties, it's about creating a culture of safety on the roads. Texas is serious about these laws, and even one mistake can have consequences that ripple far beyond the moment. Take action now. Review your driving habits, check your vehicle and safety equipment, and make a plan to stay compliant with these 2026 updates. Being proactive today can save you from huge headaches tomorrow.